Hi people, welcome to Blue UK Jazz Dance. I'm simply going to talk about legacy, the importance of legacy. The importance of legacy, our family legacies, our community's legacies. Legacy is created for us to pass on lessons. And we're not supposed to pass the lessons on when we're dead. We're supposed to pass them on while we're alive. So we have a culture which is each one teach one. We have one that's extended family. The grandparents are there to pass on the legacies to the child. One day that the grandparents were able to work. So what their job? What is their job when the grandchildren come? To show patience and to pass on to the children, to pass on to the grandchildren the stories of their achievements in life, their children's achievements in life. That's what it's a part of. Now what's happened all over the world has been ordinary people were oppressed, and what happened was they did extraordinary things to beat their oppression. People were born in the worst poverty came to develop certain activities in development that led to them meeting kings and queens. So I want people to think about, for example, Muhammad Ali is a prime example. His journey in the world. I want you to think about Rosa Parks. I want you to think about Master Juba. What happened historically, ordinary people's legacies, they don't know about. And they need to know about them because they're accessible to their experiences, because we've been made to look at wider culture's legacies. We've been indoctrinated with negative thinking in that respect, in respect to our own personal development. Our personal development requires our own legacy, the legacy of our families. And legacy you see in photographs, legacy you see in writing. This is my own writing, a personal statement I successfully used to get into university. Personal photographs are part of our legacy. Advancing our career is part of our legacy. So when I want to talk to my son, I talk to him, guess what, son, I ended up in university. Yeah, this is a picture of Manchester University. I went and worked with international students inside the university. I did work with helping international students develop their presentations, develop their conversational English is some of the key things I did within my life. Why? Because I understood English as a second language is the way I got taught in my life. A teacher gave me English as a second language skills as a person born in Britain, because he understood my parents, they spoke Creole. West Indian parents who first came here in the 50s and 60s, those who never had the education, many of them spoke Creole, and it wasn't accepted in the UK. And there was many people who did research about this and identified in the Caribbean and Britain. What happens is the problem with the working class gaining education, they have to learn English as a second language. They can't do it from a perspective of thinking their English that they know, which is broken English, is actual English, because people wrote in the way they spoke in their Creole. Do you understand? So part of my work was I really understood that, and I followed that journey, and that worked for me. I had a teacher. My legacy, I worked with an amazing gentleman called Sir Roy Blackman. And Sir Roy Blackman was a gentleman who went to do masters in education. He was the first individual to talk about, he was a linguist. He was an individual that understood that this is